Hello everyone and welcome back. I have a surprise for you today. I'm going to make ice cream. And it's not going to be the protein ice cream. Lindsay and Neely have done a fantastic job of figuring those out. Not gonna touch it. Lindsay has so many ice creams over there on her channel. Not gonna try to do that. I am gonna do the complete opposite. And I'm going to make an extremely fatty ice cream. Reason being, I have decided that I am going to go back to my roots, back to the basics of the way that I was doing keto at the very beginning, when I actually had my most weight loss, when I got off of my medications, when everything seemed to be a little bit better. I'm going back to Dr. Boz's ratios of low carbs, moderate protein, and then very high fat. I'm going to do some experiments and see how I feel on that. But one of the biggest questions I get is, how on earth do you eat that much fat? I'm gonna get to that in just a minute.
With every start, we are born again. Open your heart, spend this time in your head.
All right, so I am using Dr. Boz's recipe as a base. Hers is 2 packets of Truvia with 4 cubes of frozen avocado and 1/4 to 1/2 cup of coconut cream and 1/4 to 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream, and then 2 teaspoons of cocoa powder. I am, of course, going to tweak it a little bit because you know me. I'm not doing the avocado. The avocado seems to be messing with me again. So instead of the avocado, I'm going to replace it with egg yolks. And I am also going to up the amounts a little bit so that I'm making more than just 1 serving at a time. This is actually my very first attempt. So if this turns out horribly, you may never see this. But every time I say that, it usually ends up working out really well. So here is 1 cup of coconut. This is coconut milk, so there's a little bit of the water in there. I just don't have any coconut cream. The type that I get has no guar gum in it. Now I know a lot of people that have been eating the stuff with guar gum and they've had no problems. But if you want one that doesn't have any, you can look down below and see what is in the Amazon store so I can show you which one it is. Then I'm gonna do, oh, it's a good thick one. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to open up the other side. And then I'm gonna have to scrape it out. Y'all, look at that. Can you see that? That is solid fat. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. So I'm doing, it's a pint. Look at that. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna put it right into the thing. Look at all that fat. Oh yeah. Definitely gonna use all of that. I was just gonna show you that it was a cup, but I'm not gonna do that because I ain't fighting with this. Into the cup. Okay, so that had a huge fat cap on it. That was amazing. Whoops, as I pour some gold on the counter. Okay, so there's the cream and the fat. That was a pint, a cup. Now let me get all the goodness off. Now I am going to do 1 tablespoon of allulose. Now you can do maybe a stevia or a monk fruit, whatever else you choose to do. And then right here I have my 3 egg yolks. I'm going to put those in there. Then I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of cacao powder. And then I'm gonna taste it. I might do a second one. I'm not positive. Per Lindsay's recommendation, I got chocolate extract from Olive Nation because this has none of the, it's water, alcohol, chocolate concentrate, vanilla bean extract. So this has none of the artificial dyes. So I just ordered this. I haven't even opened it up yet. I'm gonna fight with that for a second. I can smell it through the bottle. Oh, man, that is potent. I'm gonna do 1/4 of a teaspoon of this chocolate extract just to give it a little extra oomph, because who doesn't want more oomph? Okay, now I'm going to blend that up and then give it a taste to see if I want to add anything else to it. Let me check on this flavor. It's not super sweet. I'm actually going to add a little bit of the Glycerite. I'm just going to do 1/4 teaspoon. One more blend. Wow, that tastes like a Wendy's Frosty. Okay, I am going to put this into ice cream maker now and get that frozen up. This is the ice cream maker that I have. It's by Cuisinart. It's got this drum, and what you do is you put the drum into the freezer 24 hours before you want to use it. So it's like super, super, super cold. Then you've got your little paddle that you stick down into it. Okay, and then that goes like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn it on, see it just spins. And then I'm gonna pour it into it so that it begins freezing. And then we just let it go until it's the right consistency for what I am looking for. And it's not terribly noisy, so that's nice. I usually let it go until everything stops moving. Now, I'll go move you guys over and I will put it into a bowl and show you what it looks like. There it is in there. Let me scrape this out into my bowl. This is Dr. Boz's original recipe, tweaked, because you know me, I always tweak it. In order to make this dairy-free, you could very easily just leave it as nothing but coconut milk and coconut cream. If you needed it to be egg-free instead of the yolks, I just put the yolks in there so that it gave it extra fat. That's the whole reason I did the yolks. You can do the avocado. You can do 4 big cubes of frozen avocado, or you could also, I bet you could probably do melted butter as long as you blended it really well in the blender before you froze it. I kind of wonder if you'd be able to do melted butter if you're doing butter. If not, just stick with the coconut cream, and I'm positive that you would have really good results from that. Maybe even some coconut oil. There is, it looks exactly like a Wendy's Frosty. It really does. It actually tastes a lot like a Wendy's Frosty. Honestly, next time, I might put a little bit more chocolate in it. The oxalates don't seem to be giving me too much of an issue lately. That's why I only did 1 tablespoon. Like the texture, the mouthfeel, it's so much like a Wendy's Frosty. Wow, that is amazing. So I did the chocolate because I wanted to do it exactly the way that she did it. I didn't really want to alter it too much. I just increased the amounts. The sweetener is totally up to you. You do not have to have the sweetener at all. You can absolutely leave it out, and for some people it will be plenty sweet by itself. And I'm actually gonna pop up the macros for you because enough people are talking about doing Dr. Boz's method with me, and the big question I'm getting is, how do I get in enough fat? How on earth do you get in enough fat? Well, this is one way to help you get in your fat for the day. So hopefully that gives you an idea. You could do it just plain vanilla. You could add vanilla extract instead of the chocolate, and of course the chocolate cocoa powder. I have another idea for another kind of ice cream And I think I'm gonna try that next time I do it, and I'll record it and we'll see if it works. So it's what I've been tweaking anyways, and this will just be the perfect way to do it. You could also probably add some coffee in there, maybe some instant coffee. Can you imagine? Oh, that would be so good. Anyways, thanks so much guys for checking in today. I hope that this gives you a really good idea of how you can up your fat trying to do Dr. Boz's ratios, and we all get to enjoy our Dr. Boz ice cream together. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see you guys on the way. Bye. And now I'm gonna record the intro. Something, let me see, what am I gonna add to it? Put that down for a second. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty well. And now I'm gonna eat my bowl of ice cream.